Venom 3 release date speculation, trailer, cast, and more. Here's everything we know about the Venom 3 release date for Eddie Brock's next adventure, and we look into whether Spider-Man will appear, too. What is the Venom 3 release date? The Venom 2 ending very clearly sets up another entry in the Tom Hardy series, so you may well want to know more information about Venom 3. The first Venom film was an origin story. It showed the symbiote coming to Earth with 3 alien friends who wanted to take over the planet. The Life Foundation, the shady organization that brought the creatures to Earth, is exposed and taken down by our wayward protagonist Eddie Brock, Tom Hardy, after he bonds with the titular symbiote Venom. The end credits scene revealed that the second entry in the superhero movie series would very clearly involve Carnage. Venom 2 follows the story of Carnage and Shriek as they cause chaos for Brock. The Venom 2 ending then sets up the idea of Toxin coming into play before a mid-credits scene shows Venom explaining alternate universes to Brock, and the two then get whipped into the Marvel Cinematic Universe where J. Jonah Jameson is busy revealing who Spider-Man really is. That's a lot to take in, but it suggests a lot about what we can expect from the Venom 3 release date. Venom 3 release date speculation. As of March 2023, there is no exact Venom 3 release date, but we predict the movie will drop in late 2024. Tom Hardy did reveal the movie has begun very early stages of production in February 2023, so that's a start. The first Venom film was released in 2018, with the second one releasing in 2021 despite the troubles that COVID-19 has caused with basically every movie production. While Venom, Let There Be Carnage hasn't done all that well critically either, sitting at 60% on Rotten Tomatoes at present, it's been far better received by fans with an 84% rating. Not only that, but it also did fairly well at the box office despite releasing during the pandemic, with it grossing over $286 million worldwide. Check out our Venom 2 review to see what we thought of it all. So, basically, we know that Venom 3 is probably on its way, we just don't know when exactly it will hit the big screen yet. Stay tuned for updates. Venom 3 plot speculation. As of March 2023, we don't know the Venom 3 plot. We do suspect Detective Mulligan will become Toxin and be the main antagonist though. At the end of the previous film, Mulligan, who has been a goodish guy up until that point, opens his eyes after a seemingly fatal injury to reveal they are glowing blue. This seems to suggest that Mulligan will eventually, like his comic book namesake, become Toxin. Toxin is meant to be a spawn of Carnage, much like how Carnage is a spawn of sorts of Venom. That essentially means that Venom is Toxin's grandparent, but try not to think about that for too long. Toxin is essentially made up of all of the best abilities from its forebears, making them a force to be reckoned with. While not inherently evil, it could be that the films don't show that fact off, to begin with. One thing we now know, thanks to Spider-Man No Way Home, is that Tom Hardy's version of Venom is unlikely to meet Tom Holland's Spider-Man. At the end of No Way Home, we saw Eddie get transported back to his dimension after Doctor Strange dealt with the multiverse collapsing. We also now know that Hardy helped Kelly Marcel with the story for Venom 3. Marcel is a talented writer who wrote the screenplay for Let There Be Carnage, Cruella, and the original Venom movie. Venom 3 cast speculation. We know for sure that Venom and Eddie Brock will once again be played by Tom Hardy in the Venom 3 cast. The other big cast member would probably be Stephen Graham as Detective Mulligan and Toxin. That's assuming the plot takes the path seemingly suggested by the end of the film. They could well recast the role, but it seems highly unlikely at this point. We could also potentially see the return of Michelle Williams as In Wang and Reed Scott as Dr. Dan Lewis, along with a handful of the other small characters that have helped to give the Venom films a bit more humanity. We don't rate Woody Harrelson's chances of making a return, considering Venom ate his head, but who knows? Maybe his Scarlet symbiote will bring him back to life? We'll just have to wait and see. Kelly Marcel, who wrote the first 2 Venom films, was announced as director in October 2022. She also served as a producer on both the previous installments, so she seems a great choice to direct Eddie's next outing. Will Spider-Man be in Venom 3? It is very unlikely that Spider-Man will be in Venom 3 at this point. It's possible Eddie may meet another Spidey variant in his universe, but as Venom was transported back to his dimension after No Way Home, the chances of him meeting Tom Holland's version of the web slinger are slim. That said, Venom did leave a small piece of himself behind in the MCU, so it seems likely that Marvel's Spider-Man will meet some version of the symbiote eventually. There are lots of Venom 2 Easter eggs that link the symbiote to Peter Parker, too, so who knows? Will Venom 3 be set in the MCU? While we can't say for certain with all the multiverse nonsense going on at the moment, it's unlikely that Venom 3 will take place in the MCU. Last we saw, Eddie and the symbiote had been transported back to their own dimension, which is presumably where his next film will take place. It doesn't look like Kevin Feige wants this particular Venom in a Marvel movie, but you never know. Can I stream Venom 3 on release? We're not expecting Venom 3 to come to streaming services until after its theatrical window has closed. While we can all assume that Venom 3 will be available eventually on streaming services, it seems highly unlikely that Sony Pictures will debut the film on one alongside the theatrical release unless Marvel gets more involved and they strike a Disney Plus deal.